we're gonna go through a quiz, and it's gonna be the world quiz apparently. So discover the world quiz. There's gonna be more of the intro as always, and I'm looking forward to it. Fucking hello. And with that being said, hello and welcome back to the next episode of the Self-Development with Tactics podcast. I'm appreciating that. I'm appreciating your time and energy and will to be here. And we're going to talk about something nice. And it is hopefully also not going to be that nonsensical, kind of, because I didn't want to go through another article. And I thought like, well, you know what, let's just hop through a quiz. But this is not like how I should have it, I guess. But yeah. I hope you're doing fine, by the way. I hope you're healthy. I hope everything is nice. And so, let's actually head through the first question. Italy is the birthplace of pizza. Virginia is the birthplace of George Washington. Where's the birthplace of democracy? Athens. And this is right, because I know that. Fucking bitch. Intended to stand only for 20 years. Where's the Eiffel Tower? I think it is in Italy. It is in France. There's gonna be just way harder ones. The largest country in the world has less than half the population of the United States. Do you know it? Is this like just some serious shit? It's of course Russia. Whenever it is whether it is in or out of the European Union, what's the official currency of the United Kingdom? Pounds, or pound sterling as they say. Is it because it was backed by silver? Could this be the case? I don't know. More than 7 tons of fireworks ring in a new year in which of these cities that's one of the first to celebrate? Whoa, I can't read. More than 7 tons of fireworks ring in a new year in which of these cities that's one of the first to celebrate? I'd either go for Sydney or for New York City. I go for New York City. It's been Sydney. Fuck you. This is what I can say. Yeah, this is what I can do. What I want to do. Well, yeah, anyway. The world's most populous metro is located in the land of the rising sun. Where is that? Certainly Japan, I'd say, and it is right. I'm really good at this. You know, it's just not really based on these questions not being that difficult. It's just I'm super good. Like there's always just different ways to think about things. What country is known for the dish of French fries, gravy, and cheese curds known as poutine? Whatever this is, but I don't know what this is. A dish of chips topped with cheese, curds, and gravy. Canadian, French, either from French pudding or directly from pudding. So it's apparently Canadian. So I'm gonna go for Canadian. It kind of looks a little bit strange, to be honest. But on the other hand, I don't know what gravy is, but I'm often hearing it. What is it? A sauce made by mixing the fat and juices exuded by meat during cooking with stock. It kind of sounds strange and weird and kind of a tiny bit disgusting as well. But on the flip side, it's hella lit, I'd say. Kind of like, I mean, like it's not gonna be just such a health thing, obviously. But I don't know. It's probably tasting quite good. One of the 5 most populous countries in the world are located in what continent? Also the world's largest? Asia. Is there like also just more difficult ones? Just actually, I was thinking about just having just really really tough ones, like just where you kind of have to be an intellectual person. Do you think that you're an intellectual person? Kind of just a question. Because I think about it, and I don't really know if I should also kind of consider myself, or if I want to consider myself one of quote-unquote these. Well, anyway. Hungary's capital is made of 2 distinct regions, separated by the Danube River. What's the capital of Hungary? Budapest. Or Budapest, however it is called, I don't know. Thousands of brave souls travel to what country to run with the bulls every year? Spain. There are about 35,000 cities in America. Which one is known as Sin City? I actually don't fucking know. It could be Las Vegas. I go for Las Vegas. And it is right, motherfuckers. It is right. It is right. It is right. Good. Yeah, anyway. Machu Picchu is perched atop Sacred Valley in what country? Peru. Actually a really beautiful thing, even though it's like just so high in the air, or in so high altitude, I'd say. As far as I can tell, actually, and as far as I kind of also know, and I mean, it's still cool. Still nice that they're able to live there, and they're not just getting fucked by companies. Of course, there's going to be just some tourists all over the time, but I think they're also making some money with them, which is a good thing for them. But, you know, if it's not too much, then it is good. You know, and if it gets too much for for the people, or if it is just only just a tourist attraction and stuff like that, then I kind of also think that the people living there are also not that happy about that. But yeah, what all the land on Earth can fit inside the world's largest ocean, what is it? Is it the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean, or the Arctic Ocean? I would say the Atlantic, but I'm not quite sure. It's the Pacific Ocean. I didn't know that. Yeah, fuck you. This is... Italy's capital is known as the Eternal City. What's the capital of Italy? It's Rome. But I actually thought about Florence, that this is Florence. By the way, Florence is a really beautiful city. I've been there 2 years ago with class, actually. It's cool. And it's really a nice one. And also the museums are pretty lit. Why do I actually say lit? It's a little bit cringy thing, but it's really a cool one. And with, yeah, it's quite cool. Especially the Uffizi, which is the, it might actually be a national museum or something, but it's actually a really cool one. There's so many beautiful paintings and so many beautiful sculptures and so many beautiful, what are they called? Fuck. It's not a mosaic, even though I think there's also mosaics there, but I'm not really sure. I'm kind of sure, but not really. But I don't, fuck, man. I don't know, man. I've forgotten about it. Well, anyway, let's see. More than 2 million people celebrate Carnival in what South American city every year? Rio de Janeiro. What city is known as the city of 100 spires or spears? I actually indeed don't know. I think it is not Vienna, might be Prague or Bucharest. I go for Prague, and it is kind of correct. Actually having quite of a good run today, you know. Michelangelo sat painting the ceiling of the system. Like this is actually what I was been thinking about, because this has a certain name. Like it's not a painting. It's just painted into. So there's actually two different ways of it. You can paint it onto drywall, but also you can paint it on wet wall. If you just paint it on drywall, it's gonna not last that long. And I think, and it might even be more brilliant, or even not. But if you're just painting it in the wet wall, then it's just lasting there for, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of years, kind of. What are they called? Fuck, man. I don't fucking know. You probably know what I mean. So yeah. Where's the Sistine Chapel? Vatican, Athens, Paris, Rome, Vatican City. I don't know if it is in Rome. I would say Vatican. And yeah, it is kind of right. But I still wonder what it is, man. Man, what is it? It's the other one is Sacco, I guess. Fresco. I do hope that is the right word. So there's Sacco, at least it's the German one, and Fresco, which is the wet one. So the dry one is Sacco, the wet one is Fresco. 1/3 of all the land on Earth is desert land. Do you know the world's biggest desert? It's gotta be the Saharan Desert. It's actually not. It's Antarctica. Antarctica is a polar desert and it's the largest desert in the world by far. It's also a continent and is almost completely covered in permanent ice. Antarctica holds about 70% of the planet's fresh water. 70%, motherfuckers. It's actually pretty a lot, you know? I don't know what we're doing there, you know? There might be just some things that we are doing there, which is not a good thing. What's the capital of South Africa? All of the above. I wouldn't certainly say so. I think it's Cape Town. All of the above. They have 3 capital cities. South Africa has 3 capital cities. Cape Town is the legislative capital. Bloemfontein is the judicial capital, and Pretoria is the executive capital. Johannesburg is the most populous city in South Africa with more than 4.4 million residents. The more I know. Well, this is a difficult question. I didn't know that. Switzerland is known as one of the world's premier tax havens. What's the official currency of Switzerland? It's the franc. Schweizer Franken, you know? It's not the peso. It's also not krona. Might be Swedish or something. I'm not sure. Even though, like, I'm never ever quite sure, like, either Sweden or Norway. Either one of those is having, like, just the euro and the other one no. But yeah, and rupee is, as far as I know, Indian, isn't it? And peso is Mexican, I guess. I'm actually not that sure. What city is known as the Paris of South Africa? Lima, Buenos Aires, Rio de Janeiro, South Africa. So, Bogota, Buenos Aires. I would say Buenos Aires. Yeah, actually true. Where is I think it's Taj Mahal, isn't it? If I've nailed it, then I'm happy about myself. But it is... I don't actually know. I kind of have a feeling that it is in Egypt. And by the way, it looks beautiful. Also how they're maintaining like the grass and stuff. Really is a beautiful building. Really is. And I think it is also just something nice to see. Like, I have seen a lot of just European buildings. So just old European buildings, and I don't know, seeing something like this, seeing something that's more Eastern-like and stuff, like, it's fucking beautiful. I like it. I really do. But I think it's in Pakistan. It's in India. Fuck, man. Fuck. The Andes Mountains make up the longest. It's in South Africa because it's Argentina. The longest mountain range on the planet. Actually are pretty high. I didn't assume that they're that high. And I actually gotta have to take a shit. Australian officials debated between two capital cities, but in the end, they named what city as the capital? Canberra. I actually often thought that it is Melbourne, and also Sydney, of course. Canberra is a man-made city explicitly built to serve as the country's capital. Officials couldn't agree on whether to designate Sydney or Melbourne as the capital, so they choose a location between the two major cities. I don't know if this is actually kind of good. Like, it makes sense, don't get me wrong. And this is also a pretty cool building. Like, most often, like, these national buildings and these just really famous ones, they're really beautiful and well architected. At least just in a really designy way, I would say. Because, you know, this is kind of, quote-unquote, obviously not something that you're gonna have as just your living room or something. It's just cool. It's just cool. What country is known for its national dish of mussels and fries called mule frites? It's definitely not Austria, something that I can say. Since we're not having even a sea and stuff like that. I think also not Belgium. I would go for a sea. It's actually Belgium. But they're not having any sea. Or do they? I'm not sure. Belgium is home to gourmet chocolate, waffles, beer, but mole frites is one of the most popular national dishes. I, by the way, like mussel. Mussel? Is it mussels? I don't like fries. I don't give a fuck about them, but I like just mussels. I kind of doubt that. That you're pronouncing it that way. Damascus is known as the world's oldest city. What city is... What the fuck is that? That's strange. What city is known as the Holy City? Jerusalem? Yes. I also thought about Bethlehem. If you're just pronouncing it that way, I don't know. And also Nazareth. If you're pronouncing it that way, I don't know. And Cairo, like, yeah, you know, it's not. Richest landmarks are some of the most popular on the globe. Where is the Stonehenge located? I think it is Scotland, isn't it? It's England. It's England. Alaska is home to 3 million lakes. But what is the largest freshwater lake in the world? Lake Victoria, Lake Tahoe, Lake Michigan, Lake Superior. Lake Victoria. Superior. But yeah. I think I'm gonna end the episode there because I really kind of have to take a shit. I wish you the best. I think it is working still. I wish you the best health, wealth, happiness, and also success. And I also hope that you're gonna remind yourself and you're gonna be remembered. It means your legacy basically means just being a nice person, then being remembered as a nice person. I really hope that you're doing fine. Please have a nice day. Please stay safe and please stay healthy and stuff. And I'm gonna hopefully see you the next time. So bye bye and thank you from the bottom of my heart.